All right, integrative health practitioners and fellow health and fitness professionals, we're about to dive into today's show, which is all about understanding how to accelerate your speed and rate of success in any new industry you enter. So if you're already a personal trainer or massage therapist or esthetician or chiropractor or any number of health practitioners, and you want to add on another health-based certification or modality, or let's say you're coming from finance or real estate or accounting or whatever it is, and you want to move brand new into health coaching, become an integrative health practitioner, I want to share with you how to accelerate that process. But it really goes for any field. It honestly does. Or any goal you set for yourself. You want to lose 50 pounds? I'm going to share with you how to do that, right? Like exactly. You want to improve your overall health? You want to work on anti-aging? You want to do any of those things? Here's how to do it. So this is the number one thing. I've got about 7 steps for you. We're literally going to do them one by one. The first one is this. You are going to model, and this is the overarching thing, you're going to model behavior of a proven blueprint that is already successful. And I know most of you have already heard me say that before. I'm going to go in depth and apply this just to health coaching for the most part. You can add in any service you want to that. So you need to model behavior of a proven blueprint that has already been shown to be successful. This is the most important thing. I'm going to spend a minute or two on this. Why? Because so many people, they do what's interesting. They do what's getting the most media attention. They do what's the most fascinating. I've been working with this mentorship client. They're not a paid mentorship client, but every 3 months or so, I check in with them. And I want them to do well. I'm invested in their success. And it took us literally a year. It was almost like me with my health back in my 20s. I would start to get well, and then I would get sick again. I would just relapse. I'd start to get well, and then I would relapse. I would feel terrible. And it was like the same thing for this person over the last 18 months. They would start to do well. We'd talk, we'd have a great conversation. Then we'd check back in 3 months or so, 4 months or so. Hey, how you doing? And I'm like, you're no further along. What's going on? A lot of work. Things are moving. Things aren't happening though. No success, right? You're not improving your practice, right? You're not bringing on more clients. You're not building up your team. You're not doing any of these things. Why? I would just ask why. So my job is to ask why. It is something, I'm a tough love kind of guy. I really am. You don't need me in general. My teams know this. I love my teams. I really do. But I'm a tough love individual. And I am that way as well once I start to work with a private wellness client or private business mentorship client. Because you don't need another person in your life telling you everything you're doing is amazing. You're doing so great. Yes, you are. You're an amazing individual. You are. There's no doubt about that. But what you want is someone who's going to show you that if you have a goal, you can achieve it. And I won't push you unless I believe in you. I won't push you unless I believe you have the potential to achieve it. But if I see that in you and you're willing to believe that as well, let's make it happen. Because if not, what are we doing, right? Let's make it happen. Let's bring out your greatest potential. So with this individual, I said, you have the blueprint for success. This is a personal trainer / health coach. Why are you not following the blueprint for success? You know it. You've lived it for years, and now you're not doing it anymore. Why? And there's always excuses. Well, I was trying to add this. I was trying to do an online group membership. I was trying to do more of, this meditative work. I was trying to, help clients more from a virtual-based perspective where I created small group coaching. And I said, is that what your clients ask for? Do they want that? Who do you know that's successful doing this? They're like, well, this person online's doing this, that person's online doing that. Okay. Do you have a 10-person team like them? Do you have a top 50 podcast? Yes, all of those things are fine, but you're putting the cart before the horse. And then also these other people you mentioned, no. They're selling that dream. They're not actually living that dream. Most people selling you business coaching, they don't have a successful practice. They don't. Most health certifications out there, nothing negative to say about them. They are not living a successful practice. They're not. They have a lot of brilliant people and amazing people teaching you specific things about health, but none of that equates to a practice. Great overall philosophies and theories, but not a practice. So I want to say this again. Whatever results you want, you can have. But you need to know that that works in the real world. And then you need to find the individual and just copy that blueprint. And here's the next part. Pick only one thing. Not the small group, not the online virtual app, not the one-on-one plus this, plus that. Choose one modality. Become successful in it. Don't divert your energy or attention or confuse your potential client. Once you get successful in that, then you can add on the next thing. Not or, add on. This individual forgot that they are already sitting on an amazing practice. They neglected that for the grass is always greener. The chance to potentially create this passive income, I'm using that in air quotes, where they have hundreds of online membership clients paying them $100 or so a month. Okay, well, let's do the math on that. Because if I'm thinking about it, 100 people times $10 is $1,000. 100 people times $100 is $10,000 a month. Okay, what's easier, to have 4 clients, 5 clients, 10 clients maximum, paying you $1,000 to a couple $1,000s a year or so, right? Like how we're looking at this, or to get 100 clients? What's easier? Well, the fewer. They get more personalized results. Not that the 100 you can't do. And then a lot of people think when they create this membership site that the people stay for the whole year. No, the average stick on that is 3 to 4 months. So now you're finding a new 100 clients every 3 to 4 months. And that's a full-time job as well. So what I'm saying is you can do that. You absolutely can. There are different ways to make $100,000 a year. Pick one. Whatever one it is that you want, pick that one. Make it happen. Because you can do it. There's no doubt in my mind that you can do it. Because you're just going to follow this model. Now, what you want to do is get as close as you can to that successful blueprint. So here are the different ways to do it. You can read a book, right? I have 1 million books on my desk, literally. Not 1 million, but or maybe not literally, but a lot. Okay, here's a book. So that's kind of far away, but it's a book and I can read about it, like the rain barrel effect, right? The rain barrel effect is a book, but this is a book and you can learn from it. Great. So you're not in my practice, but you're learning from it. Okay, well, what's better than the rain barrel effect? Taking a course, right? A course where I'm teaching the course. All right, so that's a little bit better. That's great. And then after that, what would be a little bit better? All right, well, taking something like our free detox course, stephencabral.com/detox-course, it's free, or just stephencabral.com/courses. Check out the courses. The detox one's free. And then you're doing the detox along with it. So now you're putting in the action. Oh, well, that's even better. Teaching alongside of doing. Great. What would get you even closer if you were working with me with health? Well, to be a private client in my practice would be even better. If not, okay, small group coaching. Yes, that's even better. But what I'm saying to you is, because you're not probably going to be working with me, that's not what this is about. It's getting you closer to becoming a successful health coach, right? So you listen to this podcast, which is helpful. Now we need to get you into a blueprint. Maybe that's the business mentorship experience. Maybe it's something else. But what I want for you is to be literally to plug yourself into a formula, the de-stress formula, right? The 21-day functional medicine detox, the mold protocol, you're plugging yourself into one of those. The CBO protocol, it works amazingly well for those that plug themselves into it, right? So now here's the next part. Do exactly as they do. So if you're trying to model a practitioner or a program or a course or a podcast or a book, whatever, do exactly as your blueprint laid out or your mentor laid out. Exactly. My next tip is very little questioning, unless it's just to learn better faster. remember, they've done something, whoever this person is, not me, someone else, whatever that person has done, they've been successful at it for a reason. Follow it exact. Figure out what might be improved later. I'll talk about that. Right now, question very little. Literally, question very little. It's not your job to. You're trying to become successful. This person's already successful. Do what they're doing for right now. Just do what they're doing. And then after 6 months, I wrote, after following it for 6 months, like dedicating yourself to it, then don't say, oh, I'm just going to get rid of it. No, add on your own flavor, your own unique selling proposition, your own thing that's unique to you, your own unique flair. Do that. Don't throw out the whole blueprint. It works, right? Like it's going to work. It's going to work. All right. Now, here's what I want you to think about. Every time you think about, now this isn't going to work, this isn't for me, just say to yourself, this individual, this company, this methodology has worked for 5, 10, 20 years. You want something that's worked for at least 5 to 10 years. If it isn't working, could it be me? And it's a hard question to ask. Could it be me? Especially if you've been unsuccessful 5, 6 times or more, or it's been over a year, year and a half. Could it be you? I ask myself that hard question all the time. And the answer is almost always yes. Yes, it is. I don't like to hear that, right? I don't like to hear it. Why don't I have an audiobook for the rain barrel effect? I do a daily podcast. What's wrong with me that I don't have an audiobook for the rain barrel effect? I can give you a lot of excuses. A lot of excuses. Is it anybody else's fault or the industry or my not one? No, it's just me. That's why there isn't one, right? It seems ridiculous, and I know, and I'm not going to go into explaining why, but it's not there. It's not done. It's me. I'm the one holding it back. All right, it will be done, but it's not now. So when you look at it, yeah, it could be me. You keep an open mind to it. It could be me. Now, here's the thing. How do you get then as close as you can to model that success? Because that's what you're trying to do. You need to get as intimate as you can with this blueprint. So your job is to go from book to course to live event to small group mastermind coaching to working one-on-one if you can. And the only reason you wouldn't want to do one-on-one is it's just probably too expensive to work with that mentor or that coach, because as they become more successful, it's not that they're trying to overcharge people. They're not. That's what I used to think. I honestly used to think that. It's that they're very guarded with their time. So if they're going to do a one-on-one instead of helping 1,000 people a day, right? Putting out content, whatever it might be, it has to be say, okay, well, in order for me to take away an hour of my day with my family or my work to just dedicate it to you, it's going to be X number of dollars. And that is why it's so expensive. It's because of their time, not trying to overcharge. And I get that now. And all of my coaches and all different people that I work with are all multiple thousands of dollars per hour. It's a lot of money, but truthfully, that's how you can fast track things to success. But that doesn't mean you need to do that, because you can often be a part of a mastermind or part of a small group, part of a mentorship group, or you can do an online course and just follow step by step. And then they might have a Facebook group like Integrative Health Practitioner does. And then you can ask questions in there and then you get your questions answered. And then sometimes, again, like IHP, I come on, or Erica comes on, or someone comes on, IHP faculty, and then you ask them questions in person, like a one-on-one at that group call once a month or sometimes twice a month. So this is literally, and I know that it's kind of like, okay, I've heard parts of this before. It's true, but it is literally the fastest way to become successful. Is to not try to create something that's never been done before. Do that after you already get successful, because then you can reinvest the money. Meaning, like, if you're making $10,000 a month, okay, now you can say, okay, I'm going to keep this going, and now I'm going to dedicate an hour a day to trying this new thing. And the new thing is what I want to work in the future, but it's never been done before. And I don't have a model yet for it. So I don't know if it's going to become successful. Don't throw out your entire practice. That's what I told this other individual. Don't throw out your practice to try something new. Take care of yourself. Take care of your actual location. Take care of your family. Take care of your team. And then add on top of that. And that's not going to take more than an hour or so a day, because you can do that over a period of 3 months, 6 months, a year. Hopefully this was helpful. I'd love to hear from you, what you thought in the comments, and of course, any other ideas for future Integrative Health Coach Success podcast. Head on over to integrativehealthpractitioner.org for more about IHP, or click on the podcast tab for additional podcasts all about becoming a more successful health-based practitioner. Take care, everybody.